Today we are going to learn about Grade 4 Social Studies, second chapter, that is My India. First we will get to know about the location of our India. India is the 7th largest country in the world and is located in Asia and known as a peninsula. Why? Because India is surrounded by water bodies on 3 sides and only one side, in the northern side, it is attached with the land area. That's why it is known as a peninsula. And in our India, in the western side, we have the Arabian Sea. East, we have the Bay of Bengal. And in the southern side, we have the Indian Ocean. India shares its boundaries with 8 neighboring countries. In the northwestern side, we have Pakistan, Afghanistan. In north, we have China, Nepal, Bhutan. Eastern side, we have Bangladesh and Myanmar. And in the south, we have Sri Lanka. Next, the main physical divisions of India. Number 1, the northern mountains. Number 2, the northern plains. Number 3, the Great Indian Desert. 4th, the Peninsular Plateau. 5th, the coastal plains. And 6th one is the islands. The first one is the northern mountains. In the left hand side picture we can see the location of the Himalayas in our Indian map. And the right hand side picture shows us the actual picture of Himalayas. The world's tallest mountain range, the Himalayas, are situated to the north of India and form the northern borders, extending from Ladakh to Arunachal Pradesh. Many rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Indus, Brahmaputra are formed by the melting glaciers of the Himalayas. The world's highest peak, Mount Everest, is located in the Himalayas. Now our next landform is the northern plains. The left hand side picture, we can see the actual location of the northern plains on Indian map. And the right hand side, we can see the picture of northern plains. The two farmers, they are producing crops. Towards the south of the Himalayas lies a vast flat land known as the northern plains. These plains are formed by the rich soil called silt deposited by the Himalayan rivers. Hence, this area is very fertile and suitable for growing different types of crops. Our third landform is the Great Indian Desert. The Great Indian Desert, also known as the Thar Desert, lies in the northwestern part of India. As this area is covered with sand and it receives little rainfall, hence the weather is very hot and dry. Cactus and camels are found here frequently. The left hand side map is showing us the actual location of Thar Desert. And in the right hand side we can see the photo of the desert region. Our fourth landform is the Peninsular Plateau. The southern region or peninsular region of India is mostly covered by the Peninsular Plateau. It consists of the Deccan Plateau, the Chota Nagpur Plateau and the Malwa Plateau. The Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats run parallel to the Deccan Plateau on both the sides. The Vindhya and Satpura ranges lie to the north of the plateau. The coastal plains. The southern plateau is surrounded by flat lands on both sides, are known as the coastal plains. We have in our India two types of coastal plains. The eastern coastal plains are located between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. Vice versa, the western coastal plains are located between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. The left hand side picture we can see the actual location of the coastal plains. Our next landform is the land islands. There are two main island groups in India, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands. What are the islands? Island means the land area. These are covered with water from all the sides. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are located in the Bay of Bengal in the eastern side, and the Lakshadweep Islands are located in the Arabian Sea in the western side of India. Here is one recap of our major landforms of India. Next, the political divisions of India. As India is a large country and has the second highest population in the world, our country is divided into several smaller areas called states and union territories to maintain law and order. There are 28 states and 8 union territories in India. First state is Andhra Pradesh. Its capital is Hyderabad, but proposed capital is Amravati. Arunachal Pradesh, its capital is Itanagar. Assam, Dispur. Bihar, Patna. Chhattisgarh, Raipur. Goa, Panaji. Gujarat, Gandhinagar. Haryana, Chandigarh. Himachal Pradesh, Shimla. Jharkhand, Ranchi. Karnataka, Bengaluru. Kerala, Tiruvananthapuram. Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. Maharashtra, Mumbai. Manipur, Imphal. Meghalaya, Shillong. Mizoram, Aizawl. Nagaland, Kohima. Odisha, Bhubaneswar. Punjab, Chandigarh. Rajasthan, Jaipur. Sikkim, Gangtok. Tamil Nadu, Chennai. Telangana, Hyderabad. Tripura, Agartala. Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. Uttarakhand, Dehradun. West Bengal, Kolkata. And left hand side we can see these are our union territories. Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they have their capital as Port Blair. Chandigarh, it has the capital of Chandigarh itself. Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu, they have the capital as Daman. New Delhi has the capital of New Delhi. Jammu and Kashmir, it has two capitals. In the summer season, it is Srinagar, and for the winter season, the capital is Jammu. Lakshadweep, its capital is Kavarati. Puducherry, its capital is Pondicherry, and the Ladakh, its capital is Leh. Unity in diversity. The term unity in diversity relates to the state of togetherness or integrity in India, despite the presence of infinite differences in the languages we speak, the food we eat, our dresses, festivals, the religious traditions, castes, and many more. Unity in India is the best model of unity in diversity because people living with various religions and cultures follow the same laws as laid down by the Constitution of India. So today, our gist of today's lesson is location of India, physical divisions of India, political divisions of India, and the last one was unity in diversity in India. Thank you everyone.